Kiki Bertens is a Dutch professional tennis player. Her highest WTA singles ranking is 21, which she reached in July 2016. Her career high in doubles is 36, achieved in June 2016. Career 2012 first WTA title. Bertens started the year at the Australian Open, playing the qualifications. She played in the first round against top seed Vesna Dolence and won the first 10 games before Dolence retired. In the second round, Bertens lost to Olga Savchuk in a close 3-set-in match. The next week, in an ITF 25K event in Andresiabaden, Bertens retired with a thigh injury in the first round against Corinna Dentoni. She played in the Fed Cup for the Dutch team, competing in Group 1 of Europe, Africa. She partnered with Demishu Urs in the doubles match against the Portuguese team of Barbara Luss and Margarida Mora and won in 2 sets. Bertens won her singles rubber against Estonia's Eva Palmer and with Michaela Krajicek double bageled Anit Kontaviot and Tatjana Vorobjova. Late February she played the qualifications for WTA Tournament of Acapulco. She played Mexican wildcard Ana Paula de la Peña in the first round and won but lost in the second qualification round to Cecil Karatancheva. At an ITF 25K event in Irapuato, Mexico, Bertens won her second ITF singles title, beating Kazakh Yaroslava Shvedova in the final, bringing her to a new career high in singles ranking. The following week, she made it to the quarterfinals of the 25K tournament in Poza Rica, but her winning streak was ended by Jana Sepilova. At the 25K tournament in Bath the week afterwards, Bertens won the title, defeating Annika Beck in the final in 3 sets, her fourth 3-set match in a row. Bertens failed to qualify for the WTA tournament in Copenhagen, going down to Johanna Konta. At the qualifying for the WTA tournament in Fez, she beat Moroccan wildcard Intisar Asif without losing a game. She reached her first WTA final in this tournament, defeating Ursula Radwanska, No. 6 seed Chanel Scheepers, Garbine Muguruza, and No. 5 seed Simona Halep along the way. Before the tournament she never won a WTA singles match in the main tournament. In the final she defeated Laura Putillo, winning the last 8 games. She became the first Dutch female player since Michaela Krajicek in 2006 to win a WTA singles tournament. At the French Open, Bertens was seeded No. 1 in qualifying and defeated Annika Beck in the first qualifying round, saving a match point in the third set. She defeated Olga Puchkova in the second round and outclassed Madalina Govnia in the final qualifying round. This meant Bertens' first main draw appearance at a Grand Slam tournament. In the first round she lost in 3 sets to Christina Mikhail. Bertens debuted at Wimbledon in her first round match against the Czech No. 19 seed Lucy Safarova and won in 2 sets, her first win at a Grand Slam event. In the second round she lost to Yaroslava Shvedova in straight sets. Bertens then made a brief appearance at the ITF tournament in Biella but lost to home player Nastasia Burnett in the first round. This was followed by first-round losses in Palermo and Bastard to Alexandra Catantu and player.Her respectively. Bertens returned to form during the American hardcourt circuit. In Montreal, she qualified by defeating Vladimira Zulirova, Zhang Shuai, saving 2 match points, and Alexa Glach. In the main draw, Bertens caused an upset, defeating former world No. 3 and world number 22 Nadia Petrova, coming back from a 3-6, 1-4 deficit. In the second round, Caroline Wozniacki proved too strong, and Bertens lost in straight sets. As well as in Montreal, Bertens managed to qualify for the main draw in Cincinnati, defeating Aravane Reza and Yulia Putintseva. However, in the main draw she succumbed to fellow qualifier Cecil Karatancheva. Her next tournament was in Dallas, where she retired with a shoulder injury against Polona Hercog. At the US Open, Bertens managed to get revenge on Christina McHale, knocking out the American in the first round, but suffered a 3-set loss to Russian Olga Puchkova in the second round and said afterwards she was nervous during the match. At the WTA tournament in Seoul, Bertens defeated Vania King and Silvia Soler Espinosa from Spain to reach the quarterfinals. She faced Estonian Kaia Kanepi next and lost in straight sets. After a second-round appearance in Linz, she ended her season with a first-round loss in Luxembourg due to fatigue. Bertens started the year ranked No. 63. Her first tournament was the ASB Classic. She reached the quarterfinals by beating Svetlana Kuznetsova and Heather Watson, both in 3 sets, before falling to Jamie Hampton. At the Apia International Sydney, Bertens was the 5th seed for qualifying, but lost in the first qualifying round to Misaki Doi. In her first main draw of the Australian Open, Bertens lost in the first round to Lucy Radecka in straight sets. Bertens then had a lucky and successful run at the Open GDF Suez. She was the 4th seed for qualifying. She beat Maria Teresa Toro-Flor and Karolina Pliskova in the first 2 rounds of qualifying, both in 2 sets. In the qualifying round, Bertens lost to Virginie Razzano in 3 sets. However, she entered the main draw as a lucky loser. She reached the semi-finals by beating Tamira Pashuk, a 4th seed Dominika Cibulkova, and 6th seed Lucy Safarova, all in straight sets. In the semi-final, she had to retire with a back injury after trailing 0-5 to 1st seed Sara Irani. Her ranking improved to No. 47 after the tournament. Because of her injury, she had to withdraw from the Dutch Fed Cup team. In late February, Bertens played at the Abierto Mexicano. Seeded 5th, she reached the quarterfinals, defeating lucky loser Sharon Fitchman and qualifier Maria Jose Martinez Sanchez. In the quarterfinals, she faced top seed and defending champion Sara Irani. This time, she was capable of a more competitive match, but lost in straight sets. At the Indian Wells Masters, Bertens beat Annika Beck in the first round in a 3-set match. In the second round, she lost in 2 sets to 24th seed Mona Barthel. At the Miami Masters, Bertens defeated Anna Tatishvili when Tatishvili retired due to a left ankle injury. In the second round, Bertens was defeated by 5th seed and eventual finalist Li Na in 2 sets. At the first edition of the Katowice Open, Bertens beat Lara Arruabarrena in the first round in straight sets but lost in the second round to 2nd seed and eventual champion Roberta Vinci in 3 sets. At the 2014 French Open, she reached the 4th round as a qualifier, in which she was defeated in 3 sets by Andrea Petkovic. In 2015, she changed coaches from Christian de Jong to Raymond Sluter. 2016 Fed Cup semis, 2nd WTA title and 1st Grand Slam semi-final. Bertens started her year in Auckland, where she entered the main draw as a qualifier. She lost in the first round to Barbora Strykova. At the Hobart International, she reached the quarterfinal, losing that to Dominika Cibulkova. She lost in the first round of the Australian Open to Laura Siegemund. Bertens then earned 2 important wins in Netherlands Fed Cup tie against Russia, beating Ekaterina Makarova and Svetlana Kuznetsova. They ended up beating the 2015 finalists. After that, Bertens had early defeats in Acapulco and in Monterrey. After entering Indian Wells' main draw as a qualifier, she lost in the first round to Coco Vandevgen. Prior to the Miami Open, she played at the San Antonio Open where she reached the round of 16. Then, in Miami, she once again reached the main draw through qualifying and earned wins over Cai Zheng and No. 25 seed Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova before retiring in the third set in her third-round match against Angelique Kerber. Playing for Netherlands at the Fed Cup semis against France, Bertens kept her winning streak by beating Caroline Garcia and Kristina Mladenovic, both in straight sets. Nonetheless, it was not enough as France won the tie in the doubles decider. After that, she started her clay season with a semi-finals run in Rabat, only losing to Marina Arakovic. At Nuremberg, Bertens won her second WTA singles title after defeating Mariana Duque Marino in the final in straight sets. In the second round she had defeated top-seeded Roberta Vinci, which was her first win against a top 10 player. It was her first title since 2012. She also won the doubles title alongside Johanna Larsson. At the French Open, Bertens avenged her Miami loss by upsetting No. 3 seed Angelique Kerber in 3 sets. She then beat Camila Giorgi, No. 29 seed Daria Kasatkina, No. 15 seed Madison Keys and No. 8 seed Taimei Baxenski en route to her first Grand Slam semi-final. In her semi-final match against the No. 1 seed Serena Williams, Kiki played with a left calf injury which made it difficult for her to move forward to Williams' drop shots. Bertens never took advantage of a medical timeout or took trainer treatment. Despite having 2 set points and being up by a break in both sets, she lost in straight sets. However, she entered the top 30 for the first time in her career. Prior to Wimbledon, Bertens was scheduled to play at the Rico Open. However, due to the same injury that harmed her left calf, she was forced to pull out of the tournament. After a few weeks of recovery, Bertens kicked off her campaign at the third Grand Slam of the year and defeated Yelena Ostapenko and Mona Barthel to reach the third round of the tournament for the first time. She then lost to Simona Halep. Her next tournament was the inaugural Ladies' Championship Gstaad, where she reached the final. She lost 1 set to Tamira Pashik en route. In the final, Bertens lost in 3 sets to Victoria Golubic. Despite the defeat, she climbed to No. 21 in the rankings. WTA Career Finals. Singles, 3 doubles, 5 ITF Finals. Singles doubles performance timelines. Singles doubles wins over top 10 players.